What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction and welcome back to another COD mode video. So the butterfly knife has finally come out to the game, probably like what, a week later, a week after the season started. And it's not really much of it wasn't really much of a huge wait. I would have expected this thing to come out, maybe mid-season, but the fact that it's come out now, it doesn't really bother me. So long as it didn't come out the same exact day, like a few instances before. So I do have quite a bit to say about the butterfly knife, and it's been a while since we've had a melee in this game. I kind of forgot what the last one was, but yeah, it's been a while since we've had a melee weapon in this game in general. So grinding feels kind of weird. I feel kind of stiff, very rusty. So yeah, bear with me on this. And plus, I'm already nearly complete with diamonds. So just expect a video in the coming days for that specific thing. So before I get into my personal thoughts on the weapon in general, let's actually talk about what it actually takes to unlock it. So it's pretty simple, no need for battle royale, no need for any of that stuff. All you really have to do is just maybe play a few games. I think you have to win 2 and then play 3 and then do like 1,000 damage. Very easy stuff. I think another requirement was to use the Shadow Blade twice. Forewarning for all of you guys that have the red sprite variation or any other variation of the Shadow Blade, I recommend you do use the regular one in order to actually do the challenge, because for some reason it just doesn't really, I guess it doesn't count if you use the red sprite. So I did that twice. I made no progress at all. So I had to do it again with the normal skin. I'm sure some of you guys have already made that mistake. They weren't really specific, and I didn't think it really mattered. And most of us actually think that way. I mean, they're the same weapon, but I guess it just doesn't count if you don't use the regular. So of course, after you unlock it, you do get the camo challenges. I think they were made a little bit easier because I remember back then it was more demanding. I believe doing the 3 kills without dying was like 30, but they reduced it down to 18. I'm not sure if that was normal, but yeah, I could have sworn they had, more requirements for that, especially when it comes to crouching. They wanted you to get kills just specifically crouching back then, but now you could either slide or crouch. So yeah, you have more options with the camos this time around. Again, like I said, it's been a while. I don't remember the specifics of these challenges, but yeah, I don't remember those extra things. So you need backstabber medals, the kill streak ones, the crouch slash slide, and that's really all you need. It's not that hard to do. Also, it is required to, I think for the splinter or I think the reptile camos, you do have to use dead silence. So keep that in mind. It's, no big deal, right? So now let's get to the weapon itself. This is very unique because this is kind of like the regular knife, except it gets slashed twice. And it's kind of also like the Cali sticks, but with a lot less range. To be honest, I don't really know how far the range goes. It's really inconsistent. Sometimes you could be really close to the person, you won't manage to land a hit. Sometimes you could be a little further away and you will hit them. It's really all confusing, but it is like the Cali sticks where you could actually get 2 kills with 1 set of swings. Albeit it's a little harder because with the shortened range and, well, really just overall inconsistency. But I don't know, like for me personally, even my friend Parker, he didn't like it either. It kind of sucks, but there is a secondary function for it. Apparently if you do jump, you do make 1 leaping strike, and apparently it's a little bit better, but I don't really see the difference. And if anything, that's more of a detriment than well, really anything, because it will slow you down. It's just a melee weapon kind of requiring a bit of getting used to. It's not like the other ones where it's extremely easy. You don't even have to hit the person, in fact. But this one's a little more different because you actually have to be very, very precise. It sounds kind of strange, right? Because in this game has like a real history of not having to actually hit the enemy to get a kill. And that's why melee weapons have always been seen as a negative thing until now, really. Like, this is probably the one that actually takes the most skill. Well, at least as far as my knowledge goes, because maybe there are harder melee weapons to use, but this is the hardest one I've ever had to grind. You guys have to remember, I grinded out the knives a long time ago, way before they were nerfed. So I was able to, get gold, Damascus, and even diamond when they were at their peak. And, now with the range of each of them being reduced, I think the only good ones like the nunchucks, I think, and the katana. But yeah, I used them back in their prime. So yeah, knowing how they work now, it's probably not the same thing. Of course, it's gonna be a lot harder. So really, I don't actually know which is the hardest melee weapon to use. But this is very difficult to use sometimes. So of course, no class setup is needed, obviously, because it's just a knife. But I am trying to work very fast with the a diamond knife. Honestly, I don't really like getting diamond on knives or any melee weapons because it just takes so long and so boring. But I'll try to get some every day. So yeah, make sure to just stay subscribed to the channel. Also, tomorrow, I mean, there's extra news with Warzone Mobile, maybe some actual gameplay. I heard that pre-registration's already confirmed for Android variations, I think in Australia. I'm not sure around the world though. I think that's going to happen tomorrow. But yeah, there's a lot to discuss. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. So anyways, have a wonderful night. I'll see you guys next time.